of taking that chip, the Most High is going to make it a way for the elect not to take it. He's going to protect the elect, because it's all about the elect. We've been telling you, brothers, since we came on YouTube, it's all about the elect.
I know you're from somewhere, right? You're a newscaster?
Yeah, he's from the news.
What is it? You know about us. Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish? What are you? Italian?
Christian.
Oh, really? What does the word Christian mean?
No, somebody who follows Christ.
Okay, good. He says someone who follows Christ. You're talking about the Christ in the Bible?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, what color is that Christ?
No idea.
No idea. So you don't read the Bible?
Yeah, I've read the whole thing, actually.
You read the whole Bible?
Yes, I did.
So then you would know the color of Christ.
I don't remember that being mentioned. I may have missed it.
Give me that. Since he missed it, we're going to refresh his memory. Since he read the whole Bible.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with the garment down to the foot.
That's John the Revelator seeing a vision of the Lord coming down from heaven.
Clothed with the garment down to the foot, and girt about the neck with the golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
Now go back to his hair.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
What does it mean by his head and his hairs were white like wool? What do you think?
That he was old.
Okay, that's that. Well, he had gray hair.
Right, yeah.
You have young people. There's this girl I know I grew up with. At the age of like 23, she got a full head of gray hair,
Yeah, I've
white
seen
hair.
that. It's weird.
And that's from
His ministry is 30.
hydrogen peroxide
30 years
coming through your
old.
system, like you. That's from peroxide. Okay, that's within your system. So it said he had white hair, but what else did it say?
Like wool.
Like wool. So it's talking about the texture of his hair. Who has woolly hair? You don't know who has woolly hair? Come on. Does this hair look? Hold on, wait on. This is the perfect example. Does this hair look woolly to you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So what would you say when you read that all over again? Read it again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Meaning his head and his hairs, the hairs on his face, because they wore beards, because that was pursuant to the law, and the hair on the top of his head was also white and woolly. What people do you know on the planet Earth have woolly hair?
Africans.
Okay, good. So you're saying that the people, the blacks in this country, the so-called Negroes, are you saying that they're Africans?
Descent. No, they're Americans.
But are you saying that the so-called the Negroes, the African Americans,
Right.
all right, are you saying that they descend from Africa?
Yes.
Okay, now listen.
Egypt again.
This is Moses speaking to the children of Israel in the wilderness. And basically, when you read the whole chapter, the first 15 verses goes into the blessing that Israel will receive. All right? From the 16th verse to the end, it talks about the curses that they will receive. So we're reading about the curses. And this is one of the main curses that was going to fall to Israel. There was another. Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Now, the children of Israel were born as a nation in Egypt. There's no record of the Israelites or the children of Israel, us, going back into Egypt, going into slavery again. So it's got to be talking about another Egypt. Give me Revelation 11. Revelation 11 and 8.
Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Because this is referring to America when you go precept upon precept. Because America is mentioned in the Bible several times. It's known as Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon. It's also known as Assyria, spiritual Assyria, spiritual Babylon. It's also known as Egypt and Sodom. When you look up the word Sodom, what comes to your mind? When you think of the word Sodom,
Chelsea.
okay, you should have said Christopher Street.
I give you that.
You should have said Christopher Street. Right,
just
Bleecker
Jim.
Street. Okay, but anyway, you think of so-called homosexuals, lesbians,
Yes.
transvestites. So read that again.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt.
America's not called Sodom or Egypt. It says it's spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. The word Sodom, like I said, the first thing that came to his mind was Chelsea.
Yeah.
All right? On the dollar bill, the official language of the United States is what? English, right?
It's not the official, but it's practical.
Everything's written in English in America.
Yeah, it is.
Okay?
Yep.
When you want to register a car, they give you an application in English,
Yes.
not in Swahili or Russian. All right? This is the so-called American dollar bill, which is nothing but a Federal Reserve note. If you look, I don't know how good your eyes are. What does it say?
Something in Latin that I can't pronounce.
I knew it. Whoever this. Come on. What does it say on the bottom?
Get that. Hey, Zaquan. Zaquan. Tell him to get the martial law sign up. It has that on
What
it.
does Northern
Oh, look at the picture. You see the
It
picture
means
of
new.
Elvis?
It means new. Right?
Like you passed the
Order means order in the Latin.
Yeah.
The Torah means sector. That's how you
Elvis
use
is
Another
sector.
one.
Hey, Sean,
Oh, the chip. The chip one. The chip sign.
In the Eagles'
The chip.
feet.
Yes.
The chip sign has it. Yeah, the chip, yeah, that has it. Right there.
Good. What does
Many
he
one.
put out of many one? This guy, the so-called great president, the father of our country. I'm talking about Obama. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Obama. He's our new father, right?
Right?
Being he's a black man. When he passed,
you look Rothschild first.
I guess they call it overtime. Don't ask, don't tell. He said, when he made that speech, he said, but we are not a nation of don't ask, don't tell. He said, we are a nation out of many one. And what he said in English was, the pluribus unum.
Yes.
Why would he say that?
I guess it's like the national motto. So.
But it's in Latin.
Yeah, it's a good point.
It's in Latin. Why is everything written in Latin if the official language of the United States of America is English? Because this is the Roman Empire all over again. This is the Roman Empire coming back. I'll use the word that's reincarnated.
Is that good or bad?
Well, it's good for us, it's bad for you.
Me?
It's bad for you.
Why?
Because you're going into slavery.
You need a
See,
mic.
now I'm cutting to the chase
Why am I going to?
because you're an Edomite. What's your nationality? That's not a nationality. What's your national origin?
No idea. I was born in California.
Okay, what was your father? Was he Irish? Okay, so I guess he may be Irish, right?
He's not Irish. He's not Irish.
Is he Jewish?
Swedish.
Well, you better hope that you're an Israelite. But anyway, give me Isaiah 14:1.
Wait, but why am I going into slavery?
If you're a so-called white man, if your line goes back to the Edomites, do you know anything about Edom or Esau?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you know about Edom or Esau?
Well, Esau.
He knows about Edom. I'm pretty surprised he knows about that.
Brother Esau? Jacob's brother?
Jacob's brother.
Yeah.
Okay, who are the
God bless
descendants?
you.
Who are the descendants of Jacob?
I think the Jews and then the Arabs are the descendants of Esau.
Are you talking about the white Jews?
There you go.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, we're the descendants of Jacob.
Okay.
Jacob was a black man. Abraham was black. All right? Isaac, his son, was black.
Right.
Rebecca was black. So if they were all black, what color did Jacob would come out? He would come out as a black man.
Right.
Now, his brother Esau didn't come out as a black man. He came out as, I'll use this term, an albino. You see a black person that looks like a white person,
Right.
they call him an albino. But guess what? White people are albinos too. You're an albino, okay?
You're depressing me.
Well, that's what we're supposed to.
Well, you gotta get ready, man. If you're an Edomite,
When is
if
this
you're
going to
an
happen?
Edomite, very soon. It's happening now as we talk. Go ahead.
Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
Because the first thing that you mentioned when I asked you your nationality, your religion, you said Christian.
Right.
And I said, what does the word Christian mean? You said follow Christ. But go here to the book of Acts 11:26.
Wait, can I say?
I'm going to show you a true Christian.
Acts chapter 11 verse 26. And when he had found him, he brought him into Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people.
These are the apostles.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch.
So the only Christians were the true followers of Christ. Go from there to St. John 4:19.
John chapter 4 verse 19. The woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain.
This is a woman of Samaria. Go ahead.
Our fathers,
Which thought she was a Jew, but the Lord, a transplanted Jew. Go ahead.
our fathers worshipped in this mountain. And ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
So, in him making that statement, for salvation is of the Jews, he excluded her. Why? Because she was not a real Jew. Go ahead.
But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
Go ahead.
For the Father seeketh such to worship him.
True worship.
God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Go ahead.
The woman said unto him, I know that Messiah cometh, which is called Christ. When he is come, he will tell us all things. Jesus said unto her, I that speak unto thee am he. And
He said he admitted that he was the Messiah. Go ahead.
And upon this came his disciples, and marveled that he taught with the woman. Yet no man said, What seekest thou? Or why talkest thou with her? The woman then left her water pot and went away into the city, and said to the men, Come, see a man which told me all things that ever I did. Is not this the Christ? Then they went out of the city and came unto him. In the meanwhile his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat, that ye know
Let's go
not
back
of.
to the 19th verse.
All right.
Go back to the point, because salvation is of the Jews.
Right. John chapter 4, verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what.
Ye worship, ye know not what. This is what the Christ said, the black Christ said to this, she would probably be an Ethiopian woman, okay? Because you have a group of Colossian Jews over there. And do you know what the word Colossian means? No. It means false. I believe it's Latin, okay? Now what happened was, going back maybe 20 years ago, we, the real Jews, started waking up. So I believe to counteract that, the so-called Jews in Israel said, let's allow these Ethiopians to come to Israel and say, here are the black Jews. But they're not the black Jews.
Let me ask you two questions.
Go ahead.
One, what's the name of your group?
We're Israelites. Israelites. Yep.
Second, what denomination did you grow up in?
Not just one denomination.
That's right.
Because my parents went from one church to this to that. So they jumped all over the place.
Like Protestant denominations? Christian denominations?
Protestant, Baptist, Methodist, Jehovah Witness. You was raised as a Jehovah Witness.
Jehovah Wickedness.
Jehovah Witness, that's what we call it. But we found out through studying the scriptures that we are the Israelites. We are the lost. Give me Matthew's 10, 5, and 6.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to
Hold on, read it again. Read it slow.
These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the
That's
Gentiles.
called a Great Commission, right?
Yes.
He sent out the 12. And this is what he told the 12 to do. Go ahead.
Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I thought we were supposed to save Gentiles. This is what the Lord said. This is what the Christ said. Go ahead.
And enter to any of the any city of the Samaritans and to unite.
Now he just encountered, we read about in St. John, the 4th chapter, he had that conversation with that Ethiopian woman, which was a Samaritan. That's why he said, don't go among the Samaritans, because they were Gentiles claiming to be Jews. So don't go to them either. Go ahead.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Go ahead.
And as ye go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
So all the other nations are excluded.
That's right.
Including yourself if you're an Edomite. Jump down to the 18th verse.
Verse 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
For testimony against them and the Gentiles.
So if you're an Edomite, there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can go to slavery. That's the only thing you can do.
That's only right, man.
We were enslaved under you.
We didn't have a choice.
Well, provided that you're an Edomite. If you're an Edomite, then you're going into slavery.
That's it.
If for some
So it's
reason,
not even worth worrying about. You're going.
if you're an Edomite, you're going into slavery.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Period.
That kind of bums.
So the only thing you can do is hope that you're an Israelite.
Here's hoping. Well, thanks for
Okay.
that. I appreciate
All right.
it.
Nice
Good
meeting you,
talk to
bro. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
What's an Edomite?
An Edomite is a so-called white man. But that doesn't mean that all. This guy right here, I forget his name, but this guy, he'll be talking about.